Hello, English learners. Welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
Today we're bringing you an upper intermediate lesson and something that we all do.
Right. Talking to ourselves.
Talking to ourselves, right?
Yeah.
I think everyone does it. You think to yourself or you talk to yourself.
Yep.
And we're going to be doing that today, but we're going to be looking at some specific vocabulary. Erica, why don't you tell us about that?
Well, unfortunately, we're going to be following a guy as he's in a really embarrassing situation, and we're going to hear him call himself some bad names in his mind.
So he's a little bit nervous and he thinks he is not very smart, right?
That's right.
Okay, so before we start with this dialogue, there are a couple of words that we should look at in vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
All right, we're going to hear both of these words in the dialogue, and the first one is famished.
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 Okay, so famished is an adjective.
That's right, meaning very, very, very hungry.
Very, very hungry. Okay, so just very hungry, very easy.
Yes.
Famished.
Now, what about our next one? Sexist.
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 Another adjective to describe a person, right?
Right. Or a thing, I guess. Like, yeah, an idea.
Okay, so a sexist person would be...
Somebody who judges people by their sex.
Okay.
So, like, all women are stupid, for example.
Which is not true, of course.
No, of course not.
Right? So sexist works both ways.
Yes.
A woman can be sexist, a man could be sexist.
Exactly. Meaning the woman thinks all men are stupid.
Which is also not true.
Yes. Let's just be clear about that.
All right. So now that we've taken a look at these two phrases, let's start with our dialogue, and we'll be back to talk about all the great words.
Miss, your salad.
Looks good. I'm positively famished.
And for you, sir. Thank you. Enjoy.
Thank you.
I can't believe she's on a date with me. I'm so lucky. I must be the luckiest guy in the world. I want to scream at the top of my lungs. I'm the luckiest dude in the world. Oh, shut up. Don't be such a dumbass. She's so hot. Wait, I can't say that. That's sexist. She's so hot, she's making me sexist. Oh my god. I'm such a tool. Okay, get it together. Oh, she's eating salad. Oh, right. I have a salad. Oh, crap. Which fork do I use? Damn it. She's gonna think I'm a moron. What the hell are all these forks for? Which one did she use? Okay, chill. Be cool. Be cool. Just take a fork. Eat your salad. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
You're eating my salad.
Oh, yes. It's delicious.
Okay, embarrassing first date, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I really do feel sorry for this guy.
Well, it happens to us sometimes. We are in the company of a very beautiful girl and we just get really nervous.
All right, well, psychologists call this negative self-talk.
Really?
Yeah, this sort of calling yourself names and talking negatively about yourself. But actually, you can use some of this language to talk negatively about
Others.
Yeah. So why don't we look now at this language in Language Takeaway.
Language takeaway.
So on Language Takeaway today, we have 5 words. Let's start with our first one.
Dumbass.
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 Okay. Now, this isn't a very polite word, I would
Definitely
say.
not polite.
Okay. But what is a dumbass?
Well, it's obviously a dumb, stupid idiot.
Okay, so it's a person that is not very intelligent.
And our next word is also quite similar.
Moron.
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 A moron.
If a person is a dumbass or a person is a moron, what's the difference?
Well, basically, a moron is someone who is not smart, who is very unintelligent.
Okay.
Okay, so they don't know what 1 + 1 is.
Okay.
All right? But a dumbass is a person who does stupid things.
Okay.
So maybe a dumbass, like you're planning a bank robbery and the dumbass forgets to bring the gun.
Okay, that is a dumbass. All
Yeah.
right. So maybe moron is a little bit less offensive, and it's
Yeah.
actually, you'll find it in the dictionary, right?
Yeah.
Whereas a dumbass, I don't think you'll find it.
Yeah, it's slang.
It's slang, exactly.
Now, what about this next? It's also a negative name you can call people. A a tool.
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 This is very strange because I don't know how a tool can be something negative
Yeah.
towards a person.
Yeah.
But it actually means the opposite, right? If a person is called a tool, it means they are
Useless.
useless, right?
Yeah.
So if you ever called a tool, they're saying that you're useless.
Exactly.
You're good for nothing.
All right, well, these are 3 interesting words. So why don't we hear some examples of each of these words in use?
Example 1.
I hate Tom. He's such a dumbass. Last week he borrowed my mobile phone and dropped it in the pool.
Example 2. I don't like Kevin very much. He can be a real moron at times. Example 3.
He was looking for a job, but he didn't even have a resume prepared. He's such a tool.
Okay, so great examples, and here at English Pod, we're bringing you real street talk.
Exactly. Language as it is spoken by today's youth.
Okay, now let's take a look at our last 2 words.
All right, well, these phrases you can use when you're trying to calm yourself down and make yourself relax a little bit, right?
Right. Let's take a look at the next one. Chill.
Chill.
Okay, chill.
Chill.
So again, relax.
Calm down.
Calm down.
Yeah.
You need to chill.
Yes. And then you also need to be cool.
Be cool.
Be cool.
Now, if you can tell, the pattern is related to temperature, right? Chill is cold, cool is similar to cold.
Yep.
So again, that's what it means to relax.
To calm down your emotions.
Right.
Make your emotions not so hot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So chill, be cool.
Exactly. And you use them together like that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, chill also has another way of using it, right?
Exactly.
You can say, I'm chilling with my friends.
Yeah, we're chilling here in the English Pod studio.
Which means we're just relaxing.
Yes.
We are just having fun.
Yep.
Not doing anything, right?
Exactly. But you can't say chilling. You have to drop the G.
Yeah, you have to try. Right. You can't say I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You have to say I'm chilling.
I'm chilling.
Okay, so that's all for language takeaway. But now let's take a look at some of the really useful phrases that we saw in this dialogue in Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
Okay, so this guy is so happy he's on this date that he wants to scream at the top of his lungs.
Scream at the top of my lungs.
Scream at the top of my lungs.
So basically, he just wants to, scream.
To shout really loudly.
Really loudly.
Yeah.
He's so excited, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so for example, sometimes you're at a concert, right?
Yep.
And you need to talk to your friend and you're screaming at the top of your lungs because the other person can't hear you.
Exactly. Or maybe you're lost in the woods and you need to scream at the top of your lungs so that someone will hear you and find you.
All right, very good. Okay, so scream at the top of my lungs. Mm-hmm. Our next phrase.
Get it together.
Get it together.
Get it together.
So if I tell you, Erica, you need to get it together.
Basically, you're telling me to calm down, relax.
So pull your emotions together,
Yeah.
get your ideas straight.
Right. So it kind of gives you this idea that you got to pull, like you said, pull your emotions together in a little box and tie them up.
All right, so get it together.
Yep. So, Marco, when would you use this phrase, get it together?
I guess when somebody is either very emotional, maybe crying or
Yeah.
very nervous,
Yeah.
you tell a person, oh, get it together,
Yeah.
relax.
Yeah.
Or when somebody maybe is not doing something good in their life,
Yeah.
like making bad decisions
Yeah.
or not being responsible, you tell that person, you need to get it together,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, so now why don't we move on to our next phrase? And this is really, really high frequency. I think
Yep.
you would hear it all the time.
All right. So, what the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
So why would you say what the hell?
Well, obviously you're asking a question, right? Because
Right.
you got your W, you got your what. But when you say the hell, you're putting emphasis on the what.
So you're asking a really strong question.
Right, but it's not polite.
It's not polite.
Yep.
Okay. So if I say, what the hell is going on? What's happening?
Really, really what's happening.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and we can change it a little bit. We can replace the what with another WH, like
Yeah.
why,
How,
how,
where.
where, or when.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why don't we hear some examples of how this expression is used using different WH words?
Example 1. Where the hell are you? I've been waiting for hours. Example 2.
hell did you do that? That was amazing!
Example 3. When the hell are you going to find a job? I'm tired of paying for everything. Example 4.
Who the hell are you? I don't know you.
All right. Now, our final word, also a little bit strong, but pretty high frequency.
Oh, yeah, very high frequency.
Oh, crap.
Oh, crap.
Oh, crap.
So it's a little bit strong, but less strong than maybe saying a really bad word, right?
Yes.
But it's definitely saying, like, you made a mistake, right?
Yeah, it's
And-
like a really strong oh no.
Oh no, exactly. A really strong oh no.
Yep.
But I guess not many people say, oh no, you know?
Yeah. Oh no, I just lost $10 million.
Exactly, right? You would not say that.
Yeah.
So it's a very strong oh no, but it's not as strong as it could be.
There are other words out there that are stronger, but we are not going to go into them here.
But maybe you guys know, so let us know.
Yes.
We can definitely keep an eye out on the comment section.
But don't write the words in the comment section.
Okay, so we saw some really great phrases, some really great words, a lot of informal language, but it's very high frequency and you'll use that with your friends or you'll see it in movies, TV
Yeah,
shows.
really common in movies and TV shows.
Exactly. So let's listen to this dialogue one more time and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more.
Miss, your salad.
Looks good. I'm positively famished.
And for you, sir. Thank you. Enjoy.
Thank
you. I can't believe she's on a date with me. I'm so lucky. I must be the luckiest guy in the world. I want to scream at the top of my lungs. I'm the luckiest dude in the world. Oh, shut up. Don't be such a dumbass. She's so hot. Wait, I can't say that. That's sexist. She's so hot, she's making me sexist. Oh my god. I'm such a tool. Okay, get it together. Oh, she's eating salad. Oh, right. I have a salad. Oh, crap. Which fork do I use? Damn it. She's gonna think I'm a moron. What the hell are all these forks for? Which one did she use? Okay, chill. Be cool. Be cool. Just take a fork. Eat your salad. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
You're eating my salad.
Oh, yes. It's delicious.
So these slang words, they're actually very common, right?
Yeah, I think like you said, it's not likely that you'll find them in a dictionary.
Of course. And you can find them in movies or sometimes when you're having a conversation, a very informal conversation with a native speaker,
Yep.
these words will slip out and these slang terms will come up.
Exactly. And you know what? There's a great resource out there for wonderful English slang terms called urbandictionary.com.
Exactly. If you ever see a word that maybe you can't find in the conventional dictionary, you're probably going to find it there.
Yeah, we'll put a link up to it on the site.
All right.
Talking to yourself. Talking to yourself is something many people do, even if they do not realize it. Some people talk to themselves out loud, while others have silent conversations in their minds. It is a natural and common habit that can help with thinking, problem solving, and emotional control. While some people may think that talking to yourself is strange, it actually has many benefits. It can help improve focus, reduce stress, and make decision-making easier. Why do people talk to themselves? There are many reasons why people talk to themselves. Sometimes, they do it to organize their thoughts. When people are thinking about something important, they might say their thoughts out loud to understand them better. Others talk to themselves when they are alone, because it makes them feel less lonely. Some people talk to themselves when they are learning something new because it helps them remember information. Athletes, musicians, and students often talk to themselves to stay motivated and focused. The benefits of talking to yourself. Talking to yourself can be very helpful in everyday life. One of the biggest benefits is better focus. When people say things out loud, they pay more attention to what they are doing. For example, if someone is looking for their keys and says, "Where did I put my keys?" they might find them faster. Another benefit is stress relief. When people talk to themselves in a positive way, they can feel calmer and more confident. Saying things like "I can do this" or "everything will be okay" can help reduce anxiety. Talking to yourself also helps with problem solving. When faced with a difficult decision, saying the options out loud can make it easier to choose the best one. It allows the brain to process information more clearly. Talking to yourself while learning. Many students and teachers believe that talking to yourself can improve learning. When people repeat information out loud, they remember it better. This is why reading aloud, practicing speeches, or explaining something to oneself can be effective study techniques. Language learners often talk to themselves to practice pronunciation and sentence structure. For example, someone learning English might say, "Today, I will go to the store and buy some food," to practice speaking naturally. This helps build confidence and fluency. Self-talk in sports and motivation. Many athletes use self-talk to stay motivated and improve their performance. Before a big game or competition, they might say, "I am strong. I am ready. I will win." This kind of self-talk increases confidence and helps athletes stay focused under pressure. In addition, positive self-talk can help people overcome challenges. When someone feels nervous before a test, they might say, "I studied hard, and I know the answers." This can make them feel more prepared and less anxious. Negative V's. Positive self-talk. Not all self-talk is helpful. Negative self-talk can make people feel bad about themselves. If someone constantly says, "I am not good enough," or "I always fail," it can lower their confidence. This type of self-talk can lead to stress and unhappiness. Positive self-talk, on the other hand, can improve mood and motivation. Saying things like "I can do this" or "I will try my best" can make a big difference. Changing negative thoughts into positive ones can improve mental health and self-esteem. Talking to yourself in everyday life. Many people talk to themselves while doing daily tasks. Some people talk to themselves when making a shopping list, saying, "Do I need milk? Yes, I do." Others talk to themselves while cooking, thinking out loud about ingredients and steps. People also talk to themselves when preparing for important events. Before a job interview, someone might practice answering questions out loud. Before giving a speech, a speaker might rehearse their words to sound more confident. Does talking to yourself mean you are crazy? Some people believe that talking to yourself is a sign of mental illness, but this is not true. Most people talk to themselves at some point, and it is a normal part of thinking. However, if someone hears voices that they cannot control or has conversations with people who are not there, it could be a sign of a mental health condition, and they may need to see a doctor. For most people, talking to themselves is completely normal and even beneficial. It is a way to process thoughts, reduce stress, and improve focus. How to use self-talk effectively. If someone wants to use self-talk in a helpful way, they should focus on being positive and encouraging. Instead of saying, "I will fail this test," they can say, "I have studied, and I will try my best." Another way to use self-talk effectively is to ask questions. For example, "What is the best way to solve this problem?" Can help with decision-making. Talking to oneself in a calm and clear voice can make thinking easier and more organized. Conclusion. Talking to yourself is a normal and helpful habit. It can improve focus, reduce stress, and help with problem solving. Many successful people, including athletes, students, and professionals, use self-talk to stay motivated and confident. The key is to use positive self-talk and avoid negative thoughts. By talking to yourself in a supportive and encouraging way, you can improve your thinking, learning, and overall well-being.
Are you ready to listen to our story? Today, we are going to talk about something most of us do without even realizing it: talking to ourselves. Yes, we all do it, whether we are planning our day, solving a problem, or even trying to calm ourselves down. It's a natural part of being human. But did you know that talking to yourself can actually help you learn English faster and be more focused? Think about it. How often do you catch yourself saying, "Where are my keys?" or "I need to do this tomorrow"? Well, this kind of self-talk can be extremely helpful, especially when you're learning a new language. When you talk to yourself, you're organizing your thoughts. This helps you remember things more clearly. For example, if you repeat a new word or phrase out loud, you're reinforcing it in your mind, making it easier to remember. You can even practice full sentences, like "I will go to the store today," to work on your pronunciation and grammar. It's a great way to build confidence and fluency. Now, talking to yourself can also be a huge stress reliever. When you feel anxious or nervous, especially in situations like speaking English with someone new, you can remind yourself to calm down. Simple phrases like, "I can do this" or "I'm ready" can help you regain confidence. In fact, many successful people use self-talk to stay motivated. Whether it's athletes preparing for a big game or students getting ready for an exam, self-talk is often the key to performing at your best. And don't worry, it's completely normal. In fact, it can make all the difference when you're trying to learn and grow. So, as you go about your day, try using self-talk to your advantage. Tell yourself that you can do this and that you're improving every day. By doing so, you'll be surprised at how much better you feel about speaking English and about yourself. Let's continue. Have you ever found yourself feeling nervous or unsure about something, especially when you're in a situation that feels a bit overwhelming? Maybe you're at a job interview or meeting someone for the first time. It's in these moments that talking to yourself can be especially useful. When you're nervous, it's easy to feel like you're not good enough or that you're about to mess up. But instead of letting these thoughts take over, you can use self-talk to change your mindset. Imagine you're getting ready to speak in English, and you start thinking, "I'm not good at this" or "I always make mistakes." These negative thoughts can make you feel even more anxious. However, if you change those thoughts into something more positive, you can start to calm down and boost your confidence. Saying something like, "I've practiced, and I'm ready," or "I know this, and I can do it," helps you feel more in control. It shifts your focus from fear to action. Positive self-talk makes you believe in your abilities. Now, let's take a closer look at how this works. Think about a time when you felt unprepared for something, but you pushed through it. Maybe you had to give a presentation at school or a meeting at work. What did you tell yourself beforehand? Perhaps you reminded yourself to stay calm or focus. That's self-talk at work, and it's helping you succeed, even when you're feeling unsure. Self-talk isn't just about calming yourself down, it's also about motivating yourself. When you tell yourself, "I will keep going," or "I'll do my best," you're pushing yourself forward. It's like giving yourself a little pep talk. This type of self-talk isn't only useful for speaking English, it's great for every challenge in life. So, if you're feeling nervous about using English, just remember to talk to yourself positively. Remind yourself of all the progress you've made, and tell yourself that you're ready for whatever comes next. When you believe in yourself, it makes it easier to keep moving forward. Now that we've talked about how self-talk can help with nerves and motivation, let's dive into how it can improve your focus, especially when you're trying to get something done. Whether you're studying for an exam or trying to finish a task at work, staying focused can be a challenge. This is where talking to yourself becomes a powerful tool. Think about a time when you were working on something important, but your mind kept wandering. Maybe you were trying to study but kept thinking about other things. This happens to everyone, and it's completely normal. But here's the good news. Talking to yourself can help you stay on track. When you're distracted, it's easy to lose focus. But by talking through your thoughts or reminding yourself of the task at hand, you bring your attention back to where it needs to be. For example, if you're working on an English exercise, you might say, "Okay, focus. This is important. I'm practicing my vocabulary now." This simple statement can help you get back into the zone and improve your concentration. Another great way to use self-talk for focus is to break down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. When you tell yourself, "First, I'll do this part. Then, I'll do that part," it helps you avoid feeling overwhelmed. You can even repeat those steps to yourself as you work. "Now I'll read this passage out loud. After that, I'll take a short break." This keeps your mind clear and focused. What's also great about self-talk is that it can help you stay organized. Have you ever found yourself juggling multiple tasks at once and feeling like you're forgetting something? By saying things out loud like, "I need to send that email," or "I'll check the schedule next," you make sure nothing gets missed. And remember, this doesn't just apply to studying or work. You can use self-talk to stay focused on everyday activities, too. For example, when you're cooking dinner, you can talk through the steps. "First, I'll chop the vegetables, then I'll start the pasta." This keeps you on track and helps you avoid making mistakes. By using self-talk to maintain focus, you can stay organized and productive, whether you're learning English or doing something else. So the next time you feel distracted or overwhelmed, try talking yourself through it. You'll be surprised at how much it can help you stay on top of things. Now, let's explore another powerful way that talking to yourself can be useful: problem solving. We all face challenges, big or small, throughout our day. Whether it's figuring out how to fix a broken appliance, solving a tricky math problem, or deciding what to eat for dinner, self-talk can help you think things through clearly and make better decisions. When we are confronted with a problem, our brains can sometimes get overloaded with thoughts. It's easy to get stuck or feel unsure about what to do next. But if you start talking through the problem aloud, something interesting happens. You start to see things from a different angle. Let's say you're trying to figure out how to solve a difficult grammar issue in English. Instead of just thinking about it in your head, try saying it out loud. For example, "Okay, I need to use the past tense here. If I added, will it work? Or do I need an irregular form?" This process helps organize your thoughts and makes the solution clearer. Speaking aloud forces you to slow down and focus on the steps. Self-talk can also help when you need to make decisions. Think about a time when you had to choose between two options, maybe something like, "Should I take this job offer, or should I stay where I am?" Talking to yourself can help you weigh the pros and cons. You might say, "Okay, if I take this job, I'll have more money, but it will be farther from home. If I stay, I'll be closer to my family, but I might miss out on growth opportunities." When you talk to yourself this way, you're helping your brain process the information and reach a more thoughtful decision. It's like having a conversation with yourself to figure out the best course of action. This type of self-talk isn't just useful for big decisions. It can be just as effective for everyday problem solving. Whether you're deciding which route to take to avoid traffic, planning your day, or even choosing a restaurant to eat at, talking through your options will help you make better choices. You can even practice this in English, talking yourself through decisions and situations in the language you're learning. Self-talk helps you stay calm and organized when facing problems. It helps reduce stress, clear your mind, and makes decision-making easier. So the next time you're facing a challenge, try talking it out loud. You might find that the solution becomes much easier to see. Now that we've seen how self-talk can help with focus, motivation, and problem-solving, let's talk about another amazing benefit: reducing stress and anxiety. We all have moments where we feel overwhelmed, anxious, or even a little panicked. Whether it's a stressful situation at work, a big test coming up, or just a tough day, self-talk can be a powerful tool for calming your nerves. When stress hits, our minds tend to race with negative thoughts. We start imagining the worst-case scenario or telling ourselves, "I can't handle this," or "I'm going to fail." These kinds of thoughts can make everything feel even worse, creating a cycle of anxiety. But here's where self-talk comes in. It can help break that cycle and replace those negative thoughts with something more positive and calming. For example, if you're feeling nervous before a big presentation or an English exam, you can talk to yourself in a way that promotes confidence. Saying things like, "I've practiced, and I'm ready," or "I've prepared for this, and I can do it," can help shift your mindset. These positive affirmations remind you of your strengths and abilities, rather than focusing on your fears. One way to use self-talk to reduce stress is by repeating calming phrases. For instance, saying "everything will be okay" or "I can handle this" can help you feel more in control. By saying these words out loud, you reassure yourself and lower your anxiety levels. This simple act of speaking positively to yourself helps to quiet those stressful thoughts and brings you back to a calm, centered state. Another great way to use self-talk for stress relief is through deep breathing. As you breathe in slowly, say to yourself, "Inhale peace." As you exhale, say, "Exhale stress." This combination of deep breathing and positive self-talk is a powerful way to relax your mind and body. In fact, many people use self-talk to manage their emotions in difficult situations. Athletes use it before games to calm their nerves and focus on their performance. Students do it before exams to boost their confidence. Even when you're feeling overwhelmed by a busy schedule or a mountain of tasks, saying to yourself, "One step at a time," or "I've got this," can help you stay focused and relaxed. Self-talk is like having a conversation with yourself to remind you that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. It reduces the impact of stress and allows you to approach difficult situations with a calm mind. By using self-talk effectively, you can feel more confident, focused, and ready to face the challenges ahead. Whenever you feel stress creeping in, try using self-talk to calm yourself down and regain control of your thoughts. You'll be amazed at how much it can help. Let's continue. In this part, we are going to look at how self-talk can be incredibly useful for building confidence, especially when you're learning something new, like English. If you've ever felt unsure about your skills or doubted your abilities, you know how tough that can be. But here's the good news. Self-talk can help you push through those moments of doubt and build the confidence you need to succeed. When you're learning a new language, it's easy to feel like you're not improving fast enough or that you're making too many mistakes. This can lead to negative self-talk, like "I'm not good enough" or "I'll never be fluent in English." But the truth is, everyone goes through this phase. Learning takes time, and mistakes are part of the process. Instead of allowing these negative thoughts to take over, try switching them out with more positive self-talk. For example, when you make a mistake, instead of thinking, "I can't do this," try saying, "I'm learning, and it's okay to make mistakes." Or, when you're practicing speaking and feel nervous, remind yourself, "I'm improving every day," or "I'm getting better with each conversation." Positive self-talk helps you shift your mindset from one of self-doubt to one of growth and progress. It reminds you that you are capable of learning and improving. By telling yourself, "I can do this," or "I've made progress already," you encourage yourself to keep going, even when things seem difficult. One of the most powerful ways self-talk can build confidence is by focusing on your strengths. Instead of always highlighting what you can't do, think about what you can do. For example, you might tell yourself, I'm good at understanding grammar, or I'm confident in my reading skills. This shifts your attention to what you've already achieved, which boosts your self-esteem and encourages you to keep moving forward. Another important aspect of self-talk is visualization. You can use self-talk to imagine success. For example, if you're preparing for an English interview or presentation, try saying to yourself, I'm going to do great. I know the material, and I'll speak clearly. By visualizing yourself succeeding and reinforcing that vision with positive self-talk, you set yourself up for success. Self-talk can also help you push through difficult moments. When you feel like giving up, remind yourself, I'm capable. I've overcome challenges before, and I can do it again. This kind of self-talk builds resilience and helps you stay motivated, even when you're facing setbacks. Remember, learning English is a journey, and it's important to be kind to yourself along the way. Use self-talk to celebrate your victories, no matter how small, and remind yourself that every step forward is progress. When you believe in your ability to learn and grow, you'll notice how much more confident you feel, and that confidence will help you continue moving forward. Let's move on. In this part, we are going to focus on how self-talk can help you stay motivated, especially when you feel like giving up. It's common to experience moments when the road ahead feels long and the progress you're making seems slow. Whether you're learning English or tackling any other challenge, it's easy to get discouraged. But here's where the power of self-talk really shines. It can keep you motivated and push you to keep going, even when things get tough. Think about a time when you felt like you couldn't continue, maybe during a tough study session or when trying to speak in English and feeling nervous. In those moments, you might hear negative thoughts like, I'll never get this, or I can't do it. These thoughts can make you want to quit. But with the right self-talk, you can turn those thoughts around. For example, instead of thinking I'm not making progress, you could tell yourself, I'm learning and growing every day. When you remind yourself that learning takes time, it helps you focus on the long-term goal rather than immediate results. Each small step forward is progress, and that's worth celebrating. You can also use self-talk to set goals and create a roadmap for success. When you break down your big goals into smaller, more achievable steps, it makes everything feel less overwhelming. For example, instead of saying, I need to be fluent in English right away, try setting a smaller goal like, I will learn 5 new words today. By using self-talk to track your goals, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment as you achieve each one. Another great way to stay motivated is by using affirmations. These are positive statements you can repeat to yourself to boost your confidence and motivation. For example, you could say, I am capable of learning English, or I will succeed, one step at a time. Repeating these affirmations regularly helps reinforce the idea that you can do it, no matter how challenging it may seem at the moment. When you face difficulties, self-talk can also help you see the bigger picture. For example, if you're frustrated with a grammar rule or struggling to improve your speaking, you can remind yourself of the reasons why you're learning English in the first place. Maybe it's for a job opportunity, travel, or personal growth. By connecting your efforts to your goals, you stay motivated and focused on the outcome. Self-talk is like having a personal cheerleader with you every step of the way. It helps you push through moments of doubt and keeps you focused on your goals. So, when you feel like giving up, remind yourself of how far you've come and how much you've learned. You've got this. Let's continue. In this part, we are going to talk about how self-talk can improve your learning process and make it more efficient. One of the most powerful ways self-talk can help is by enhancing your ability to remember things and process new information. Whether you're learning English or any other skill, how you approach the learning process can make all the difference. Self-talk can be an essential tool to reinforce what you're learning and help you retain that information in the long run. When you're trying to learn something new, like a new English word or grammar rule, it's easy to forget things quickly. This happens to everyone, but using self-talk can help you remember information more effectively. For example, if you're learning a new vocabulary word, saying it out loud several times can help reinforce it. Instead of just reading it over and over, you could say, "This word means happy. I'm going to use it in a sentence. I'm happy to meet you." By speaking it out loud, you're engaging your memory and giving your brain more chances to remember it. One of the best things about self-talk is that it encourages active learning. It helps you process the information you're studying, rather than passively reading or listening. For instance, when you're learning English, instead of just hearing a sentence or reading a text, try talking through it. Say the sentences out loud, break them down, and repeat key phrases. You can even explain the meaning of new words or grammar rules in your own words as you learn them. This process makes the information stick better. Self-talk also helps when you're practicing a skill, like speaking in English. If you're practicing pronunciation, you can say the words or sentences aloud, paying attention to how you sound. You might say something like, "I'm going to pronounce this word clearly, beautiful." Saying it out loud reinforces your understanding of how it should sound. This is especially helpful for language learners, as speaking is one of the most challenging aspects of learning a new language. Another way self-talk improves learning is by helping you stay organized and focused. When you break down tasks into smaller steps, it's easier to manage them. For example, if you're studying for an English test, you can talk yourself through the process. First, I'll review my vocabulary. Then, I'll practice reading comprehension. Finally, I'll do some speaking exercises. This helps you stay on track and ensures you're not overwhelmed by everything at once. Finally, using self-talk to reflect on your progress can boost your motivation. When you notice that you've improved, even in small ways, remind yourself of it. Say things like, "I've learned 50 new words this week," or "I can now have a basic conversation in English." Acknowledging your progress through self-talk reinforces the idea that you're capable of learning and that you're moving closer to your goals. Self-talk doesn't just help you remember things, it makes you an active participant in your learning process. It helps you break down complex information, stay organized, and boosts your motivation. So, the next time you're studying or practicing English, use self-talk to guide you through it. You'll be amazed at how much more effective and enjoyable learning becomes. We've covered a lot of ground so far, and now let's wrap up by looking at how to use self-talk in a way that can improve your overall well-being. Self-talk isn't just for learning or achieving goals, it can also be a tool for better mental health and emotional balance. By changing how we talk to ourselves, we can transform our outlook on life and become more resilient to challenges. Think about how you talk to yourself when things aren't going well. It's easy to fall into negative self-talk when you're feeling down. Phrases like "I'm not good enough" or "I always mess things up" can make you feel worse. But just like we've seen in earlier parts, the key is to replace these negative thoughts with positive, supportive ones. For example, when you make a mistake, instead of thinking "I'm so stupid," try saying, "It's okay, I made a mistake, but I can learn from it." This simple shift in thinking can help you maintain a positive attitude and move forward without feeling discouraged. Over time, this type of positive self-talk can build your self-esteem and help you handle setbacks with more confidence. Self-talk can also help you manage your emotions. When you're feeling stressed, anxious, or upset, it's easy to let those emotions take over. But by using self-talk to calm yourself down, you can regain control. For instance, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you might tell yourself, "Take a deep breath. You can handle this." This helps you stay calm and focused, even in challenging situations. In addition to calming yourself, self-talk can be a way to encourage yourself through difficult times. For example, if you're facing a tough day, telling yourself, "I will get through this," or "I'm strong and capable," can give you the boost you need. This positive reinforcement not only strengthens your confidence, but also helps you approach challenges with a solution-oriented mindset. As we wrap up, let's remember that self-talk is a powerful tool that we can use in many aspects of our lives. Whether you're learning a new language, facing a challenge, or simply trying to get through a tough day, how you talk to yourself can make all the difference. By focusing on positive, encouraging thoughts, you can improve your learning, boost your confidence, reduce stress, and ultimately live a more balanced and fulfilling life. Thank you for being a part of the English Podcast Zone. Keep using self-talk to stay motivated and keep learning. You've got this.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
A dish made of raw vegetables.
Salad.
Truly.
Positively.
Very hungry.
Famished.
To be as loud as possible.
At the top of one's lungs.
An impolite way of calling someone foolish.
Dumbass.
Sexy to the greatest degree.
Sexy.
Someone who is stupid or useless.
Tool.
Control your emotions.
Get it together.
An impolite way of saying something is foolish.
Crap.
Someone who is very stupid.
Moron.
Calm down, relax.
Chill.
The belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities.
Feminism.
A romantic outing with someone that you have not met before.
Blind date.
A person who is very clumsy or awkward.
Spaz.
The way people see or perceive you the first time you meet.
First impression.
To miss an opportunity or chance.
Blow it. Let's try that faster.
An impolite way of calling someone foolish.
Dumbass.
Calm down, relax.
Chill.
Very hungry.
Famished.
Someone who is stupid or useless.